Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Players Prep, powered by Scorebird. You know where we are. We're down here at the Acme Feed and Seed Company, one of the coolest spots in Nashville, Tennessee, first in Broadway, right across from LP Field if you're not from the Nashville area. This is a show that we like to call Prep Rewind, because we like to get cool cats with no hair to come on the show and tell us about their experiences. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm just messing up. Actually, if you follow Little B-Hop, you know that Derrick Mason and I are like two peas in a pod. We're down like 4 flats on the Cadillac. And he's been cool enough to give us some of his time today. Derrick, welcome to the show, first off.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You know the basis of this program. We talk high school sports. We also love to get, pick the brains of guys like you, because obviously you were a high school athlete before you went on to be this mega superstar in the NFL ranks. So just tell us a little bit about your experiences growing up. Did you ever have any adversities? Did you ever have to come off the bench in a situation, lose a championship?
Well, I mean, I wasn't fortunate enough to make it to the state championship game. We won a city championship, but wasn't able to make it to a state championship. We would always play a team from further up north that would beat us each year.
Was it the same school?
Catholic Central.
Oh. He remembers.
Catholic Central, yes. They would beat us each year. 3 years in a row they beat us. So we could never get over that hump. But we were fortunate enough to win a championship within the city. But as far as adversities, I don't think I really faced any, because I didn't start playing football until my 11th grade year. So before then it was track and basketball. But, once I got out on the football field, it was natural for me, because I have 4 older brothers, and we were playing in the neighborhood. And then they played in high school and went on to play in college. So it was always in me, but I just didn't have enough guts to go out there and play organized football.
Derrick, the combine is going on basically over now. As a high school player, is focusing on combine type of stuff, speed, athleticism, important for them right now, or is it more important for them as football players to hone their craft and work on running routes and work on blocking schemes and stuff like that?
I think it's a little of both. I think you can work on the combine type drills, but also hone in on your craft. If you're a wide receiver, you hone in on running routes, because I can care less how fast you are. If you can't get open, then I can't use you. For a defensive back, if you can't cover a guy, it doesn't matter how fast you are. Right. I can't use you for an offensive lineman. If you can't protect, I don't care how athletic you are, I can't use you. So you have to split the time with working on those drills that are going to hone your skills, meaning, for Brad, whether it's kick step, punching, stuff like that, or do he go on the track and work on some speed and agility? So with him, he has to work on both. For me, it's the same. I have to work on route running, but also I have to work on side-to-side lateral movement and catching the football. So you have to have a good balance, because you can't be all track and no technique, or you can't be all technique and then you can't move laterally.
Derrick, you talked about not coming to football until your 11th grade year. We had Kevin Dyson on not too long ago. He was, I guess, relatively speaking, a latecomer to football as well. You're coaching your son in middle school football. Do you see kids being hampered by coming to the game late, or do you see kids getting an advantage from coming to the game early, or is any of that of any importance?
I think some kids, it's an advantage for them to come into the game very early. And then I think it's, for some kids, it's a disadvantage, because what I've understood is some kids don't enjoy playing the game of football, especially not the younger years. They like watching it. They like playing in the playground, but to play organized football is something different. So as they start to get older, then they fall in love with the game. But then there are some that, from the jump, they just love organized football. They would rather do that. So I think some kids benefit from it, but then some kids, I think it's a disadvantage to them, because you never want to burn a kid out with a sport. So for instance, with my son Derrick, I allow him to play all sports. So you don't get burned out with one sport. He enjoys football, but he doesn't have that passion that I had later on in life. I didn't have the passion when I was in his age, so I understand. So whether a kid plays at a younger age or an older age, as long as he has the passion to play, once he gets into high school, then nothing else really matters.
Derrick Mason, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I think that this might be just like a part one of maybe a series that we have with you, because you've got a lot to say, and I'm sure a lot of these kids are eating up exactly what you are putting down. So, fellas, we are part of Scorebird, of course, and I'm sure there are some people out there that might not know what Scorebird is or how to access it. Let them know.
Scorebird is a free app. It's a free app that you can download on your phone at the App Store or at the Google Play Store. All you have to do is go download it. You get live updates for all the schools that you want to follow, to the second updates on all the scores. It's basically like watching the game live. It's just without picture.
You can basically follow the Scorebird on Twitter at the Scorebird. You can follow us at Players Prep. You can like both of those on Facebook as well, and you can get access to all these videos and all these great guys we've been talking to, like Derrick Mason here.
Well, that from the Acme Feed and Seed Company right down here in Nashville, Tennessee on 1st and Broadway. That's going to do it for another edition of Players Prep powered by Scorebird. We'll see you next time.